What's up, tribe? How you guys doing this evening? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review of Love and Hip Hop season 4, episode 15. Yeah, season 7. Ooh, season 7, episode 15. All right, y'all. So everybody's back from the ranch and getting back to life and everything. Estelita is shooting her music video, and she said, Stevie's been working hard while she was away in Texas and getting everything together, getting her video shoot together and the showcase, and he also had to get some stuff together with his lawyer for his child support case and all this good stuff. So we pick up with Stevie Estelita shooting her video. Spice is there, and because her and Estelita, they done got all close, during the video. I mean, during the Texas trip. Well, Shooter shows up. And Shooter says he's trying to have a rally for his son, a peace rally, stop the violence type rally in memory of his son. And Stevie J is like, I'm there. You know what I mean? Like I can support that. So Stevie J introduces Shooter to Spice and Estelita, and he says Sierra's husband. And Spice talking about something. Oh, you're her ex-husband. And no, he just introduced the Shooter, and Spice says, "Oh, you're Sierra's ex-husband," and he was like, "Nah, we're in the process of a divorce." And he said, "All we have to do is sign the papers." So that tells you that at the end of the damn divorce, and here goes Sierra. Spice. So, she's still married. She acting all holier than thou, and she's still married, running around with a new man already. Bitch, they've been separated for a year. Like, whatever. Stop tripping. And they getting divorced because Shooter got 20 kids running around Atlanta and 400 mistresses. But anyway, and so they get to talking about that, and Estelita calls BK Bitch K, and of course, Stevie J is like, well, what's this? What do you mean? What's the problem? Now, I know it's for a show, but Estelita, if you was really all that concerned about what BK said and you really was going to let Stevie J handle it, that'd have been one of the first things you said out your mouth when you got back. You wouldn't have waited for an audience, but whatever. So, of course, she's telling Stevie J, he called me out my name and we got into it and he this, that, and the other. And Spice was like, oh, yeah, he was very disrespectful. And Shooter was like, oh, for real? He disrespectful? And they tried to hype it up. Yeah, he talks to Sierra crazy and, he's just real disrespectful like that. Shooter was like, for real? All right, well, that's enough of that small talk. Can we get back to my rally that I'm trying to have for my son? Like, he was so unconcerned by that whole thing. And they were hyping it up, whatever. And of course, Stevie J was like, it ain't never no reason for a man to get involved with an argument between two women. Whatever, Stevie. You really don't care. But okay. Whatever. You're gonna hype it up for the purposes of the show. Cool. Then we get to Tokyo. Tokyo is having a performance. She said that, Tobias still on her line, so she told him he could come through and she would talk to him. But when she looks up, she sees Tobias standing with Keely. Now, Tobias was like, Keely was already there scouting out some talent. Now, I don't know what talent she was scouting out, if it was Tokyo's show, unless Tokyo had an opening act. But it looked like it was just a little club performance. So, what talent you scoping? Anyway, so Tokyo's on stage and all she sees is the two of them standing together. So that automatically put her in an attitude. So when Tobias tried to come backstage, Kelly gonna come with him talking about something, I really want to go talk to Tokyo and apologize. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. No, y'all ain't get off on the wrong foot. You was being messy and Tokyo was like, and clocked that shit and was like, I'm done. So of course Tobias comes around the corner with Kelly and Tokyo was like, why you here with a bitch I don't like? Ooh, y'all know I love me some Tokyo. Tokyo ain't even give him a chance to get a sentence out, right? Which, on one hand, I feel like Tokyo, get a man a second to explain the situation. But on the flip side, I probably would have responded the same way. I look up and I see y'all together. I don't know that y'all came in separate. I just see y'all together. You already on shaky ground with me because I'm still really pissed off about this whole Spice situation that my ass was fighting 2-3 times with this woman, not over you, but because of the disrespect, because of y'all situation. Because she's been very clear, she's not fighting over Tobias. It's the disrespect that Spice came at her with, which again, that's two different things, and I understand it. Um, and so he got flowers and stuff, and he was like, "Man, come on, Tokyo. She just want to talk to you." Tokyo was like, "I don't want to talk to her, and I really don't want to talk to you now. Like I said, I would give you a minute. Your time is up. Bye. You can leave too." And he was like, "Tokyo, what's wrong? You look good." She was like, "Thank you." "Man, you're not gonna let me talk to you?" "No. I bought you these flowers." "I don't care about these fucking flowers." Like, it was hilarious, and Tokyo was just done with the whole thing. So he left. He knew what was good for him. He got up out of there. I guess he figured, let me retreat and live to fight another day. Oh, then we got the bullshit. Here's the thing. Reality shows are just that, okay? We know they're the opposite of that, I should say. We know it's not reality. Like, there's some real life that plays in. But all I ask y'all, Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of all of them, what else? All I ask of y'all is to not insult my intelligence too much. Now, I let the shit last week slide. I let it slide by me. I ain't even say nothing about it. I just was like, okay. But tonight you went too far. So let me tell y'all what I'm talking about. So Kelsey sets Kirk up. I ain't even gonna get into the back and forth. Kelsey sets Kirk up. She gets him to meet her at the park, and she's like, I wanted to go talk to Jasmine, and I wanted to meet Cannon, and he's a sweetheart, and that's my little brother, and I don't understand what's taking you so long, and why you won't bring Cannon around, and y'all need to just put that to the side because it don't have nothing to do with Cannon, and Kirk was like, look, I've been taking it real slow. Like, you right, but I'm just not really ready for that right. I'm not ready for that yet. And she was like, well, you moving too slow for me, so I'm going to make you ready. And then, as if he didn't see them over there on the jungle gym, she tells him to turn around, and there's Jasmine and Kanan. And he was like, okay, so this what we doing now? You just going to set me up like that? She was like, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, you taking too long, and I just feel like you need to go ahead and you need to go ahead and be a father. Just like Jasmine couldn't make him do it, Kelsey, you can't make him do it. Now, he was more receptive to you than he was to Jasmine because you his daughter, but you can't make him do nothing more than what he's ready to do or willing to do. But here's the part that insulted my intelligence. He walks over there. Kanan sees him and immediately gets happy and runs to him and gives him a big ass hug. Now, I let the shit slide last week when supposedly Kelsey was meeting him for the first time and he opened his arms for her and was all happy to see her and shit, like they just saw each other last week. But now you want me to believe that this baby that you haven't seen since he was an infant, meaning he don't really remember you like that, saw you. I mean, his whole reaction was like, hey, hey, and had his hands out and went running to Kirk. I mean, full speed running to Kirk to give him a hug. But I'm supposed to believe that you don't have no relationship and you ain't even spending time with this little boy. Whatever. Now you playing with my fucking intelligence. Then you play with my intelligence again because y'all take a picture and at no point in time did you think it was going to hit Instagram and you thought it was going to go viral and you ain't feel the need to call Rashida and let Rashida know what happened. Rashida claims that she found out on Instagram that she saw the picture posted on Instagram with Kirk and the baby. Really? Because that'd have been a fast way to get your ass kicked back out of my bed. Again, not because of the baby. The baby's here. We got it. We deal with it. Just the fact that you didn't feel like you needed to let me know what was going on. Why did I have to see it on Instagram? Especially since the bitch just rolled up on me a couple of days ago at my opening in Houston. Like, for real, dude. Anyway, so I'm done with that. I'm done with them. Done. Then we see Sierra Shooter. They just signed the paperwork. That's all I got with that. I don't really have a whole lot more with that because Shooter act like he talking about something with Sierra. She played her part in this too. But men, I don't know why men don't get it. I don't know why men don't understand. He talking about something where the baby might not be mine. We still waiting for the blood test. It doesn't matter whether that child is actually yours or not. What matters is that the fact that it could be yours. That's the problem. The problem is, has you not been sticking your whatever, wherever, you wouldn't have to take no blood test. And that's what the problem is. The problem has nothing to do with whether that test comes back or not. He acting like that's what the issue is. Well, we don't even know if it's mine or not. We don't even know if it's mine or not. The fact that you think it could be yours is the problem shooter. And then he was like, well, I just think the way you ended everything was a problem. Now, I don't know how she ended it. I don't know if she tried to beat him up. I don't know if she tried to... I don't know what he talking about specifically. And she admits that she could have handled the way things ended better. But her thing was, at that point, I was just done. I've been unhappy for a really long time. And that was just enough is enough. And I was just done with you. Okay. I mean, remember she found out that you was sleeping with her assistant slash best friend. And then come to find out that that wasn't the only one. Dude, whatever. You have no nothing. So there's that. So they're divorced. The lawyer said all I got to do is file it with the court and wait like 2 weeks, whatever. All right, they're done. Then we see Tokyo and Sierra talking. Tokyo's getting ready to, she's been invited to talk to a group of young ladies who have some behavioral problems and some self-esteem issues, and to talk to them sort of as a, a prevention type of thing. And, she brought Sierra along for moral support because she's a little nervous, understandable, while they were talking to the people that were planning it. And she looks beautiful. Her makeup, oh, she looks so beautiful. And in the car, they have a conversation about the whole thing with Tobias. They're getting everybody caught up on their situation. She tells her that they signed the paperwork for the divorce, and Tokyo's telling her about Tobias at the, with the club with Keely. But Sierra's all club Tobias, team Tobias, and, she's like, well, Tokyo, I think you should at least talk to him. Just one more, just hear him out. Like, it may not change nothing, but you still love him. You still have feelings for him. At least hear what he was going to say before before Keely rolled up. And even if at the very end, the situation ends up being what it's going to be, at least you heard what he had to say, and you're giving yourself that last little bit of, I guess, closure, for lack of a better word. And, Tokyo kind of rolls her eyes, but you could tell she kind of warming up a little bit to it. So Tokyo speaks to these young ladies, and she had a really good, she talked to them about self-esteem. She talked to them about, she said, I was a problem child. And nobody ever stopped to talk to me. Nobody ever came at me with love. Nobody came at me with you're beautiful and, what's going on with you. She said everybody came at her with, negativity and consequences. And as a result, she built this hard exterior that really made her situation worse. So she really wanted to open up, just had the girls open up to and hear, to that they are loved and they are beautiful, and she did a really good job with it. I've told you guys before, I worked in the jails for the juvenile detention center for 3 years, and a lot of the young ladies were worse than the guys. And I'm gonna be from the point of view of most of the young ladies who were there for two main reasons, not the only reason, but two main reasons. One, fighting, right? They out here fighting in public areas and getting picked up for assault. Or two, they were committing a crime, but they were committing a crime for a man. That's self-esteem. In both of those situations, we're dealing with self-love issues, that you're fighting over a man or you're committing a crime with a man. And so I just, we would have people come in and talk to the young ladies and stuff like that. And when you hear their story and you get to the bare bones of it, a lot of it is self-esteem and a man. Somebody coming along, you already don't love yourself, or you look in the mirror and you see something you don't like, and somebody comes along and says, girl, you beautiful. Come ride with me. Come roll with me. And you equate love for this other bullshit. But anyway. So I thought that was a great thing that she did. And Mr. Tobias shows up. And they get to talking, and he makes her smile, and he's like, yeah, see, you miss me. You miss me. And so she agrees to go out on a date with him. So that's cool. Then we get to the testosterone party. All right. Stevie J shows up at the studio with Sean Garrett and BKR. Stevie J talks to Sean Garrett about because Sean Garrett's thing was, I want to work with Erica Mena, and I know that Stevie J was working with her at one time. I don't want to step on no toes. I don't want no problems, so I want to talk to him and make sure it's cool that I work with Erica. Okay, respect. All right. So when he gets there, of course, Stevie J talking shit about Erica, talking about something. Well, I was gonna work with her, but she got too much shit with her, too much drama. She can't sing. She ain't got no talent. And Sean was like, well, I mean, I can make it work. I see something. Now I don't know what he sees in the bedroom or not, but Sean Garrett wants to work with her. So of course, Stevie J threw a couple of jabs in there, and then he was like, let me talk to BK for a minute. So BK was like, all right, I guess he want to talk to me about what happened with Estelita or whatever. So, in the way it started off, I was like, all right, Stevie, because Stevie started off by saying, so tell me what happened. And I was like, cool, you want to hear his side of the story. You ain't coming in there just on some bullshit. And BK was trying to explain to you how it went down. He was like, look, they was trying to jump Sierra, and, you ain't going to let nobody jump your girl. And he was like, yeah, but just break it up. You don't have to get in it. He was like, I wasn't really getting in it. I was trying to break it up. He was like, but then she got to talking to me. I got to talking to her. And, yeah, I got a little, I said some things I shouldn't have said. And before he could really get to the apology to let him know that he apologized to Estelita, Stevie J want to get all, well, my man, that ain't cool. That ain't cool, man, to be talking to no female that way. You don't involve yourself in female business. And BK was like, I know he ain't coming at me with this bullshit. Like, look. And he told him, he was like, look, I apologize to her. Like I said, I was sorry. I was out of line for calling her out her name. He said, but shit got heated. And, when you get caught up in the heated things, it was what it was. But no, it wasn't my intention to come out. And I apologize. So then Stevie J was like, oh, all right, then. All right, player. All right. Whatever. You don't give a fuck for real. You really don't. So then, all right, the ending, the last little piece of this where the shit gets real messy. And again, this is where I got a problem with you, Stevie. So Sean Garrett off camera, and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, y'all did a couple of things this season off camera that I thought was interesting. That stuff happened off camera, then it came into play on camera, and that was one of my criticisms about the web series Chasing Atlanta. Now y'all ain't as bad as they are, but a couple of times this season, some things happened off camera that we were like, oh, okay. So here's one of those situations. Sean Garrett must have went back and told Erica Mena what was said, what Stevie J said, that he made some comments about her not being able to sing or whatever. Alright. Fast forward, we at the showcase. Remember the showcase at the beginning of the season that Stevie J wanted to have with Erica Mena, Just Brittany, and Estelita. But Just Brittany was like, F this, I ain't signing this paperwork and I'm out of here. And Erica Mena was like, I ain't fucking with Stevie. I don't have nothing to do with Stevie. And it ended up just being Estelita. Alright. So here we are at the showcase. And Estelita, I need to hear this whole song, right? Because the song actually sounds like it's not halfway decent. And we know they can do wonders in the studio. So that still don't mean that this woman got no voice. It just means that Stevie J put a little bit of money behind producing her voice and giving her some work in the studio. But the song itself sounds halfway decent. But I need to hear the whole thing in its entirety before I make a full decision. So we at the club. We at the showcase. Estelita's doing her thing or whatever. Erica Mena is like loud and proud. Erica Mena is jumping up and down and congratulating her, like, girl, you doing the damn thing. Like she's really there supporting her. And she was like, me and Estelita have had our problems, but I'm here to support her. Like, she's really put in the work. She really did a good job tonight. Okay. But in the meantime, Erica has sent Stevie J a nasty text calling him a bitch and some more stuff because the comments that he had made about her got back to her. So Erica was like, yeah, I let Stevie J know how I was feeling about the situation, when he got here, before he got here, and it is what it is. So here we go. Sean Garrett and Carly, they get to going back and forth. That's so non-important, but they get the yakking. So now we sitting at the table, and Stevie J was like, Sean Garrett's little bitch ass must have told Erica what I said, because now Erica making all these little comments or whatever. So Stevie J saying something to Sean Garrett about it, like, why would you, she coming at me a certain kind of way, and I'm not understanding. She being real disrespectful and coming out her mouth, in a real disrespectful manner, and I'm not even understanding where all this is coming from or whatever. So I'm just noticing that Melissa was in that scene. Y'all, it's playing in the background. But Melissa was in that scene. So, all right, how'd it go down? Look, I'm trying to remember who did what. Oh, so while they all talking, there's this commotion going on in the background. Well, come to find out, Savannah, Stevie J's daughter, is trying to fight Erica Mena. Why? Because Stevie J let Savannah read the DM, the message that Erica sent him, calling him all kinds of bitches and you ain't shit. I wasn't there because, again, that happened off screen. So why Stevie J felt the need to share that information with his daughter, I don't know. But they have to break that fight up or whatever. So they didn't before they could even really get that one broken up real good. Here comes Just Brittany rolling into place. So Keely is there talking about some, oh, here she come, here she come. And Just Brittany's thing was, since Erica Mena and Estelita found the need to be disruptive during my damn show, I just thought I would come in and return the favor. So she shows up just to get in their face, and she does. And Estelita, Just Brittany, Erica, they get to all. I think Keely got into it, and then here comes Spice, which I have no idea why Spice jumped into it, other than just to be in it. So they get into this big ass melee argument, fight, whatever. They end up having to drag Just Brittany up out of there, and Just Brittany was like, "That was what I went to do. That was my whole purpose for being there, was to cause a commotion, was to stir things up." All right, you did. They pulled you out. It was crazy, and that's where it ended. Just that's where it ended, right? The last little piece we see is Stevie J talking about since Erica wanted to be messy, I decided to get in contact with the one person who I knew could tame her. And I knew then they was talking about Rich Dollars. Stevie J walk up in the club. Who's sitting at the bar? Rich Dollars. So we're going to have a Love and Hip Hop New York Atlanta crossover, because here come Rich Dollars. Anyway, so on next week's episode, I will say this. I try not to get into the previews, but I'm going to touch on this a little bit. We see where Stevie J is telling Erica Mena, yeah, you wouldn't be talking all that shit if my daughter was here. Stevie, why are you encouraging your daughter to fight? Why are you encouraging that nonsense? That behavior is so, it's just, again, it's a show and I get all of that. But as a father, that's just, you don't, nope. Nope. Not cool. Not cool at all. Not cool at all. Alright, well, that's where it ended. Y'all drop it in them comments. Tell me what you think. Peace.